What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Yusuke, and I'm coming at you with my very first fire Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker how-to video. Now, this is going to be a 4-part series. We're going to be starting this series off with the range type. So let's get into how to not be useless. Range type, baby. So let's get into this video. Alright, starting off this video, man, we're going to be covering some main key points of the range type. And those main key points being know yourself. So you got to understand your base stats, your damage output, and your tools at hand. Keeping your distance. So you got to understand that you're a range type. You're going to want to play at distance. Your target focus. So when you're playing with your boys, when you're playing teams, you got to understand who you're attacking and who you're going to go for first. And then your objective focus when you're playing certain game modes as a range, what you should do. So without further ado, let's get into know yourself, boys. Range. Okay, so starting off with know thyself, we're going to be talking about the base stats of the range class. And out of all classes, range has the lowest amount of health. So you need to know that when you're trying to main a range or engaging in battle. You will have less health than all the other classes. But on the upside, you do more damage. Your ninjutsus, your sword attacks, and your heavy attacks, the light attacks, they all do more damage than most of the other classes, probably sitting next to ATK. And then also, you have to understand your tools at hand. Ranged, I would say they don't have too many tools at hand, so you have to know which ninjutsus do what and how they actually benefit you or maybe debuff, unbenefit your opponent, which they're pretty decent at. I could say they could be a little better at that. Alright, getting into the next section is keeping your distance. This is going to be major for you range out there. Keep your distance. Your range type. You have to understand that, like we said from before, your health is lower than most. You have ninjutsu that can do damage from a range. You're going to want to try your best to keep people off of your healers. You're going to want to try your best to just break up combos. So do all of this from a distance. Do it from a distance. That's your best. Just know your distance, okay? Next up, we're going to be talking about target focus. Okay? Now this one's a really big one right here because it could kind of get a little, you know, here and there depending on what you're doing. So, to me, in solos, just keep your distance. Yet again, we're going to be kind of bouncing back and forth with that one, that keep your distance. But for you here, we got some solo gameplay running in the back, as you can see. But the best thing you're going to want to do is keep your distance. Let these people fight, man. I guess in solos, range is the one class that's going to play a snake no matter what. They're going to be playing a snake no matter what. So use that as your advantage and keep your distance. Go ahead and get in on them kills. Use certain builds that actually use a lot of spread damage because they have a lot of splash damage. Remember, you can also cancel a lot of combos. And this is just for solo. This your target focus in solo is everybody. So you want to use ninjutsu, Majestic Destroyer Flame, you know, Tamari's Tornadoes, or Inferno Flame Style Control, which drops off a bunch, bunch of AoE debuff. So that's what it's going to look like for solos. target focus in team play, I say as soon as you start up a base battle or a flag battle, you're going to want to defend a point with your healer. Okay, so ranged and healer, y'all going to play together. Y'all going to be best friends. Y'all going to be holding hands. You're going to have the healer on the point. You're going to have the range just making sure nobody gets up on the healer. Dipping in on the healer whenever you need some heals. So, you feel me? Y'all two, hold the point. I say hold home if you're playing base battle. If you're playing flag battle, of course, protect the flag. You two should be doing it. Go crazy. Trust me. Trust me. Now, when you're playing combat battle or something like, barrier battle, you definitely want to go for the healer. Range does a lot of damage. Remember that. Go for the healer. That is going to be the main thing you want to do in combat and barrier battle. When it's time to kill, you go for the heal. Okay? Please, range. Remember, this is how to not be useless. Ranged. Alright. Next up, we're going to be talking about the objective focuses. Now, remember, like I said, if you're playing base or your flag, you're going to be defending. So this is going to be basically quickly covered. If you're playing base, go for the home point, go help out Bravo, and then go back to your home point and defend. You know, make sure they don't take your back cap. You just you could kind of float around in between. You got the long range. You can sit in the middle of home point, Bravo. But overall, when you're playing flag, make sure you're staying around that flag, staying above that flag. It takes time to capture the flag, so you gotta be around there. All right. And now, please take these tips. Without further ado, get into a few pros and cons of the range class. Now, we gotta say this for all those people who probably looking for a class to main. So, first things first, we're going to be starting off with the cons of the healer class. The range class. Now, I know people ain't going to like a few of these things, but this is my opinion, this is my opinion. So, first con on the list, we got low health. Yup, they have the lowest health of the four classes. I absolutely don't like that. Now, next con on the list, not too many useful weapons. You'll see if you watch YouTubers, other builds, and other videos, it's only so many weapons you can use that are actually good. Next up, we got bad at hand-to-hand combat. Now, I just kind of explain this because they don't have too many weapons. There's a few weapons that got some good combos, but their hand-to-hand combat is ugly. Next up, solos is a little harder. It's a little more rough because that'll fall into our next con, which is not too many self-heals. When you're playing solo, you're going to be kind of relying on the flag or relying on kiting a lot. So, those are the cons. Let's get into the pros. First pro on the list, these boys have the fastest movement in the game, okay? So their movement is faster than everyone else's. Gotta love that. Next up, we got high damage. Their ninjutsus and their ultimates, they do big damage, they do AoE damage, they do splash damage. So they do a lot of damage. Also, you guys always have a kunai. As a main range main, you guys always have a kunai. This roughly depends on the weapon you choose, but for the most part, most weapons have a kunai. You guys can break up combos really easily, obviously, from a distance, without having to actually engage. You can break up a combo, save your healer, save somebody from dying, get them ATKs off the other people's backs. Also, you guys get your ultimates really, really quick. So, there you go. That's how you not be a useless ranged in the Naruto to Boruto. Shinobi Striker. So please, please, without further ado, for me, drop a like on this video. It really, really helps my channel out. Really helps other people get to my channel and see my content. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. I highly appreciate it. I appreciate all the love and support y'all been throwing my way recently. Let's go. Hidden Smoke, man. It's been your boy, Yusuke. I love y'all for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Have a nice one. Mao, baby.